Hi everybody, my name is Jillian Litto. I was actually named after my late grandmother, who everybody says I'm so much alike. From the humor to the wit to the sarcasm, and all I do is talk with my hands, and I can't help it, but I'm Italian. Call it astigmatism, it's true for me. I don't know. A few things I'm going to tell you about myself is that I'm one of 5 children. I'm a world championship Irish step dancer, and I'm an addiction nurse specialist. I have 4 brothers. That's like WWF in my living room, but it's always a good time. I'm 28, Richie's 27, Matthew's 24, maybe 25, too many to even remember. Patrick's 21 and Michael's 16. So there's a massive age gap between Michael and I, but we're thick as thieves. Sometimes he tells me too much, but what can you do? That's what sisters are for. Back in 2005, my father was deployed to Iraq for 2 years while I was in school at the University of Southern Maine. I took it upon myself to come home every Friday night on that 7:30 bus on Concord Trailways to South Station. I came home not because I was asked to, but because I wanted to. I wanted to help. It was too much for my mom to get 4 brothers to every sport possible, and of course they had to do 4 of them. Never just one, always a million of them. But they're great athletes, so I get it. I didn't have the typical college experience a lot of people did, the partying on the weekend, making some bad decisions, everybody does it. I didn't get to, but I chose not to. And I'm like a second mother. It's who I am. Although I didn't have that college experience, I never lacked traveling. At the age of 4, I started dancing Irish step for the Smith Houlihan Irish Dance Academy in Boston, Massachusetts. It soon moved to Norwood, which is only about 25 minutes away, but in the height of traffic, it sometimes took 2 hours. I was in that studio 6 days a week, Saturdays and Sundays, nothing less than 10, 15 hours a day. I always stayed with my teachers and their kids on the weekends because it was too much for my parents to travel back and forth. I got to travel the world, all over the country, out of the country, everywhere. I was on the most teams ever at one nationals while it was held in Nashville. I was on 11. I was on 4 hands, which is 4 people, 8 hands, which is 8 people, choreographies, which there was 20 of us, and even more at times. I danced up in the senior age category because of my age, and I also danced lower. I danced on all girls teams, and I danced on mix. A little fun fact about Irish step, because some people don't know how serious it is, but Irish step was actually supposed to be a part of the Olympics. But because of all the different age categories, it was too many to accommodate, so they held their own world championships, which is usually held in Ireland, but it was held in Philadelphia for the first time ever, and then in Boston 2 years later, so it was an honor. And although I blew my knee out, to be able to say the Worlds came to Boston, Massachusetts is just awesome. I love it. Although Irish step is my passion, my true calling is being an addiction nurse specialist. I've been a nurse now for 5 years. I've done everything from acute rehab to Alzheimer and now to this. I love what I do. A lot of people ask me, why do you do what you do? And I simply say, I love it. When you love your job, it's not a job anymore. It becomes a passion. And it is exactly what that is to me. It's a passion. When people ask me, how do you deal with addicts, and use the word junkie, which is so derogatory, it's like using a racial slur. It's so unacceptable. But some people don't know what they don't know. I always say ignorance comes from a lack of education. So before you go criticizing and stigmatizing a part of society that's become an epidemic, you might want to educate yourself on what is happening in this world. People are dying, and it's awful. I always say I'm a part of the solution. I'll never be part of the problem. I'm an open-minded, compassionate, caring individual who is thirsty to learn and learn and learn. I love taking care of a part of society that everybody wants to judge, but nobody wants to do anything about. It's why I do what I do. Although being a nurse is everything to me, being a daughter is huge, and being able to say you're a world championship Irish step dancer is awesome. I'm a caring, compassionate, empathetic individual. I'm not perfect. I have a lot to learn, but I continue to learn. I hope you got to learn a little bit about me. I can't wait to learn about you. And if you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate. Big or small, I'm here. It was very nice to meet you guys, and I look forward to this semester. Thank you.